I am strongly convinced that to be successful in business, you must commit to long-term games with long-term people. And commercial construction lends itself to that mindset because typically a ground up construction project or even a complex tenant improvement project, whatever the case may be, it takes a long time to execute that project. And that which you produce, the project itself, tends to stick around for a long time as well. So therefore, it behooves you to seek to develop long-term relationships with long-term people. I was at a charity event the other night that was honoring Jeff Hoops, the CEO of Swinnerton out of the Bay Area. And he's a great example of someone who's made a long-term commitment to the construction industry, 30 plus years playing long-term games with long-term people. And that should be your mindset wherever you are, because construction is a very local, personal business. And so you want to be the type of person who is known for developing deep relationships with the kinds of people who want to build successful projects. So you may be struggling today as far as dealing with clients that you know well, but you can accomplish a lot in 5 to 10 years. Have that long-term perspective. It may not be exactly the way you want it today, but think about how can I get to know the people in my market who I want to do business with. And one of the ways that you can get to know people is to keep showing up. No one owes you anything. You must earn everything that you get in business. Now, you may get lucky from time to time, but you know that if you want to develop deep, long-term relationships with people, you must show up and you must build projects that are on time and under budget and of high quality. That's going to be one of the best ways to get to know people, is by showing up and performing. And in light of that, you have to get to know people as you go through stuff together. Every construction project has its challenges. And what you're looking to do is to develop strong working relationships with everyone involved in the construction project that you're working with. And think about the qualities of a good friendship. And I understand there's differences between personal friendships at times and business friendships. But think about some of the good friends that you have personally, and consider how the qualities of those friendships translate into the business environment. For instance, a good friend will stick with you. They won't just bail out on you when times are difficult or when things are not going well. And you know, when you're working on a construction project, you sign a contract, and so there's an obligation, a legal one, to stick together to one degree or another. But you should really seek to cultivate that type of attitude with the clients that you work with. That idea of sticking with one another. Good friends tell each other the truth as well. Man, I'm so thankful for the friends in my life who are willing to look me in the eye and say, Eric, what you're doing here is not right. Those kinds of conversations have been very, very helpful to me over the years. And if you want to be able to get to know people well, one of the things you have to practice is telling them the truth and then receiving the truth when they tell it to you. Another thing about friends is that they have your best intentions in mind. They're not there to cut you down or to cast you aside. They're there to build you up. And there's this mutuality in a good relationship. And you should look for that with the clients that you work with. I want to encourage you. You're the prize in construction. Your clients are privileged to work with you. I understand that it's a privilege to work with clients as well, but you should treat yourself as the prize. Don't be that construction company that the client kicks around and uses and abuses any way that they want. Make sure that they're the types of people that you are proud of working with and that you feel good about building those long-term relationships.